All right, everybody. We are live for the 12 o'clock shakedown. Kind of working in progression here. I've got a need to restart one piece of this for our Instagram audience. Bear with me here. It's advising me to restart it. Just takes a moment. Take care of Instagram right there. So there we go. And just going to get the music started. So you are at the 12 o'clock shakedown, 15 minutes of music in motion. And waiting for another device to become available here. I hear a little resonation that's going on behind me. Got to check out what's going on with that camera. All right, so just shutting off that speaker so I don't hear that again. Just got to get the music going and we'll get rocking and rolling here. Here we go. Let's play.
Swiffer Power Mop has hundreds of strips.
Got a little commercial.
Even from ground lines.
Digital sounds. All right, here we go. Is the music coming through all right? Okay, good. All right, so just shake in the middle. All right, we're going to punch out. I just have to check my... all right, so we're going to come back to the middle. I just got to check how much back. I got a half an hour. Okay, that'd be good. Have to keep on here. All right, now punch to the side. All right, back to the middle. All right, now we're going to punch up. All right, back to the middle. All right, now we're going to lean forward and we're going to like punch down. There you go. Get good balance with the feet and the legs, with the torso. All right, back to the middle. All right, now we're going to go around the world. All right, now we're going to go back to the middle. Now we're going to go around the world the other way. Hopefully you remember what the other way is. All right, you go back to the middle. Now we're going to do the wave. We're at that Packer game. It's getting kind of boring. We got to get the wave going, get the crowd going, doing the wave. Okay, back to the middle. All right, now we're going to do half circle up to the top, right back the same way. 1/2 of a circle. All right, back to the middle. Now we're going to do the other half. Up to the top, back the same way. All right, back to the middle. All right, now we're going to do Karate Kid. We're going to do wax on, same hand, Chris Strahm style. All right, now I'll do the other arm, the other hand, circles. Wax off the other way. Wax on, wax off. Back to the other arm. There we go. Okay, back to the middle. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the Karate Kid painting fences. There we go. Up and down, paint that fence. Isn't this fun? Like Huckleberry Finn style. This is so much fun, painting a fence. All right, now we're going to go to the other arm. Okay, back to the middle. All right, Mr. Miyagi wants us to paint the house now. So we're going to paint the house. Okay, now the other arm. It's a lot of house. We got to use both arms. Here we go, back to the middle. Now we're going to do patty cake. Oh, you forgot. It's patty cake bakers. Man, you got to roll it up. Roll it up. There you go. Roll up. Roll down while we're at it. Roll up, roll down. All right, now we're going to toss it up high. Get the next one. Toss it up high. Get the next one. Toss it up high. Get the next one from the right. Toss it up high. Get the next one from the left. Toss it up high from the right. From the left. Toss it up high. All right, now we're going to put it in the oven. All right, here we go. From the right, from the left, put it in the oven. That baker is keeping us busy. Man, who knew what patty cake was all about, eh? All right, back to the middle. All All right, now we're going to do a little John Travolta. We go up this way and down that way. A little disco dancing. All right, now the other way. Other arm.
Your razor might do the job, but Gillette Labs treats my face like a passion project. Tell him, Dad.
Thank you, Gillette, for sponsoring these 10 seconds. All right, here we go. Back to the middle. Now we're going to roll and pop. Disco dancing continues. All right, back to the middle. Now we're going to do shoulder rolls. It'll be real nice to your shoulders. So just loosen you up. Get out any tightness. Lift up and around. Just be real gentle and just move your shoulders where it feels really good. And then make sure to go the other way. So if you're rotating back, rotate forward. If you're rotating forward, rotate back. Switch with the shoulders. Okay, back to the middle. Okay, now we're going to do just out to the side, back down. Make a T and a pencil. The letter T and a pencil. Here we go. That's for number 2, pencil. T for 2, number 2, pencil. Okay, back to the middle. Okay, now we're going to go arms straight out. Down to your thighs or your hips. Here we go. Straight out, straight down. Frankenstein, pencil. Frankenstein, pencil. All right, back to the middle. Now we are going to do arm circles. Arm circles forward. Now small arm circles back. Okay, now we're going to go medium circles. In between sides of circles. And now we're going to go the other way. All right, now get those circles as big as you care to have them. As big as you would want your arm circles. All right, now the other way. All right, back to the middle. All right, now we're going to do from the core to the floor, from the belly to the smelly. You can do core twists if you want. Real nice and easy twists. You can do some tail wiggles. You can even flap your wings. I know this is upper body, but you can flap your wings if you want, because then you can do the chicken dance. You can do this. All right. And then we can do calf raises. So there you go. This is a little bit of freestyling with emphasis on the lower half of your body. Core to the floor, from the belly to the smelly. Here we go. You can do high steps. Get those quadriceps. Get those hamstrings. You can bend. Do the things you want to do. Rotate out those ankles. You can lean to side leans. You can do forward lunges. There we go. Step it out. All right. Get your last couple in. Loosen up. Bring it back to the middle when you're ready. And now you know what we're going to do first? We're going to do the Sue Roscoff kisses first. Since Doug's here, we're going to blow Doug some kisses. Come on, everybody. Doug needs some of your love. Here we go. All right. We got our love fest in back to the middle. And then now the ever so famous finish, we're going to do wings. We're going to fly on out of the music and more motion portion. And we're going to get to Doug's favorite, on your mark. We're going to go into holidays, celebrity birthdays, celebrate our musicians. We're going to find out all the things with National Today, National Day calendar. There we go. That'll do it. Woo, that's me, Kurt Roscoff, subbing in for my better 3/4. Somebody told me it's not just the better half, it's the better 3/4. So not just quality, but the quantity too. Sue Roscoff is not here. She is out at just between friends thrift sale down in Waukesha and keeping all those lady shoppers happy. So in her absence, you get me. Ha ha ha. We don't have Doug trained yet to handle the, on your mark session yet. He doesn't come in here knowing the holidays, but we'll get there. We'll just wait another 5 years. It's okay, Doug. So, but we'll do National Day.
You know me that well.
What's that?
You know me that well.
Right.
5 years.
There we go. So for some reason, it pulled up October 28th, Wild Foods Day, but we'll wait until that date. Here we go. Let's click on today. Today is Sunday, October 19th. It's got something that it wants to play for National Day Radio. They let you listen live. Can we actually listen live? That'd be cool. Now playing Carl Carlton. She's a bad mama. She's built. She's stacked. What is this? Powered by National Day calendar. Why can't we hear it? Maybe I got to play it. Can you hear that?
Yeah. I don't recognize it though.
That's cool. Boy, I'm just playing around. I'm just going with what's in front of me. The nationaldaycalendar.com. What day is it today? Put that in front of me. So I went with it. October 19th, birthdays and events. Let's see what it shows for that page here. Notable birthdays for October 19th. We got John Woolman. Whoa, we're going back to 1720 to 1772. Quaker preacher and journalist who wrote Spiritual Life. Cassius. Oh, Doug, you're gonna have to help me. I'm gonna say Marcellus Clay. I don't know if I'm saying his middle name correctly, but CMC, Cassius Marcellus Clay, 1810 to 1903.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Wait, now that says journalist and U.S. ambassador to Russia. I thought
wow.
Cassius Clay, or maybe this is Cassius.
Think of Muhammad Ali.
That's what I was thinking, but no, this is
Yeah.
a journalist and U.S. ambassador. This was a trick question here, or a trick display, but it's Cassius. So maybe that's not even the spelling of Cassius, but who knows? I'll have to study up on that, compare that later. So we're going to move on to Annie Smith Peck, female mountaineer. Now, interesting thing in our water ski club, we have a family that is Fjellman, spelled Fjellman, and Fjell apparently, or Fjell, apparently means mountain. So we have a mountain man in our ski club, and that's my nickname for him. Once I learned that, I'm like, well, you're our mountain man. So that's a name we have for someone in our ski club. He's a boat driver. So we have Bertha Knight Landis, 1868 to 1943, first female to be elected as mayor of a major U.S. city, which would have been, the city of Seattle.
When was this?
What's
43.
Was it, what, did you say 1843?
No, 1868 to 1943.
Okay, well, gosh, that was like before women could even vote,
Yeah, right.
right?
Yeah.
So they must have been pioneers out there. Who knows?
Yeah.
So we got Mordecai Three Finger Brown, 1876 to 1945, Major League Baseball pitcher with only 4 fingers. And he had 4 fingers, but they called him Three Finger Browns.
I'm guessing one of those fingers was the a thumb. So,
Yep, I'm sure. So, but we have Roger Wolf Kahn, 1907 to 1962, band leader of Roger Wolf Kahn and his orchestra. There you go. So now we have Charles E. Merrill, 1885 to 1956, co-founder of Merrill Lynch Wealth Management. 1895, Lewis Mumford, 1895 to 1990, the year I graduated from high school, creator of the Mumford Theory, which said the structure of modern cities is partially responsible for many social problems seen in Western society. Juanita Moore, 1914 to 2001, Black actress in Imitation of Life from 1959. 1916 is Minoru Yasui, 1916 to 1986, Japanese American lawyer who fought for rights of detained Japanese citizens in the U.S. during World War II. Walter Munk, 1917 to 2019, first oceanographer to bring statistical methods to the analysis of ocean data. Russell Kirk, 1918 to 1994, author who wrote The Conservative Mind, a key influence of the conservative movement in the U.S. LaWanda Page, 1920 to 2002, dubbed the Queen of Comedy and well known for her hilarious role as Esther in Sanford and Son. Jack Anderson, 1922 to 2005, journalist who is considered one of the founders of investigative journalism. Ruth Carter Stevenson, 1923 to 2013, founder of Amon Carter Museum of American Art in Texas. Joel Feinberg, 1926 to 2004, author of The Moral Limits of The Criminal Law. Marjorie Talchief, 1926-2021, proclaimed ballerina and the first Native American to be named Premier Danseuse Étoile in Paris Opera Ballet. Lou Scheimer, 1928, the 2013 co-founder of Filmation Company, Animation and Live Action Programming. Ed Emberley, 1931, and still living. Happy birthday, Ed. Author and illustrator of children's books, including the Ed Emberley series. Check that out. Robert Reed, 1932 to 1992, author known for his role as Mike Brady in the Brady Bunch. We know that that's Doug's favorite. Doug, I'm sorry, not Doug. Picking on you yet, Doug. This is Dave Guard, 1934 to 1991, folk music singer, songwriter, and founding member of the Kingston Trio. L.E. Modesitt, 1934, and still living, author of the Saga of Recluse fantasy series. I guess it'd be Recluse fantasy series. So happy birthday, L.E. Modesitt. George McRae, 1944, is still living. Happy birthday, George McRae, singer of the disco hit Rock Your Baby. Bill Melchioni, 1944, still living. Happy birthday, Bill Melchioni. Former ABA and NBA players. Players? What? And one of the few players to with an NBA, I think it's to win an NBA and ABA championship. Boy, this is funny. Wow, John Lithgow, 1945 and still living. Happy birthday, John Lithgow.
Still working too.
What's that?
He's still working too.
Yeah, actor known for his roles in Third Rock from the Sun and Reverend Shaw in Footloose.
That's right.
Jeannie C. Riley, 1945, still living, country singer of Harper Valley PTA. Happy birthday, Jeannie. Patrick Simmons, 1948, still living, founding member of the Doobie Brothers. Happy birthday, Patrick. Dan Gutman, 1955, still living, children's book author of Miss Daisy is Crazy and Miss Klutz is Nuts. Grover Norquist, 1956, still living. Happy birthday, Grover, and happy birthday, Dan. Forgot to say that. Founder of Americans for Tax Reform. Wow, this is a popular birthday day.
It really is.
Dorinda Clark Cole, 1957, still living. Happy birthday, Dorinda. Singer of the family vocal band, the Clark Sisters. Ray Richmond, 1957, still living. Critic in the industry of entertainment. Happy birthday, Ray. Evander Holyfield. Hey, we're working with Holyfield TV. So,
Wow.
but 1962, still living. Boxer and cruiserweight champion. Happy birthday, Evander. So now we're on to Ty Pennington. Happy birthday, Ty. TV host and carpenter.
Yep.
David Van, 1966, still living. Happy birthday, David. Novelist of Caribou Island, The Darkening Land, and Halibut on the Moon. And just think of all this stuff brought to us by, well, it keeps going. Amy Carter, 1967, still living, activist and daughter of former President Jimmy Carter. Happy birthday, Amy. Rodney Carrington, 1968, still living, comedian, actor, and country singer. Happy birthday, Rodney. John Edward, 1969, still living, well-known psychic and author. John, I know you know I was going to say this, but happy birthday. Happy birthday, John. Chris Kattan, 1970 and still living comedian and actor best known for his skits on Saturday Night Live. Happy birthday, Chris. Now we have J.A. Happ, 1982 still living, former MLB pitcher. Happy birthday, J.A. Cara Santa Maria, 1983 still living, neuroscientist turned blogger and podcaster for Talk Nerdy and co-host of the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe podcast. Happy birthday, Cara. See here, Abby Sunderland. Who is that? 1993 still living, former sailor who attempted to make a solo sailing trip around the world. Happy birthday, Abby. There's a great movie about her available on Amazon Prime. Check it out. Memorable events for October 19th. In 1630, First General Court Session is held in Boston regarding taxation, land distribution, and admission of freemen. 1975, Congress meets in New York City to write the Declaration of Rights and Grievances Stamp Act. 1789, John Jay is sworn in as the first Chief Justice of the U.S. 1864, Confederate agents robbed 3 banks in St. Albans, Vermont. All right, 1818, the Chickasaw Indians and the U.S. government signed a treaty known as the Jackson Purchase. 1853, Hawaii begins operations of the first flour mill. 1874, blacks are elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. 1915, the U.S. loans both Britain and France $500 million. 1917, U.S. Army opens a military airplane pilot training center in Dallas, Texas. 1919, Anna Howard Shaw receives the first Distinguished Service Medal awarded to a living female. 1932, car mogul Henry Ford gives his first radio speech about making cars affordable. 1932, baseball player Jimmy Fox, Philadelphia Athletics, wins American League MVP, and Chuck Klein, Philadelphia Phillies, wins National League's MVP. Very timely for all this baseball hype right now. 1943, researchers at Rutgers University creates the first antibiotic for tuberculosis, streptomycin. 1944, U.S. forces land in Philippines in order to liberate the country. U.S. Navy in 1944 announces Black women can join Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Services, WAVES, W-A-V-E-S, Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Service. 1950, Iran accepts assistance from the U.S. under the Point 4 program. 1950, Cleveland Zoo dedicates a new bird building. We know Doug is jumping up and down about that one. 1951, President Truman formally ends state of the war with Germany. 1960, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is arrested at the Atlanta sit-in protests. 1968, cars going south on the Golden Gate Bridge are charged tolls to cover the maintenance of the bridge. 1973, President Nixon refuses to turn over Watergate tapes after ruling by appeals court. 1976, President Ford signs the first major revision regarding copyright laws since 1909. 1983, Martin Luther King Jr. Day becomes a federal holiday. 1987, the U.S. attacks 2 Iranian oil platforms in the Persian Gulf. 1991, NCAA football game between Rhode Island and Maine lasts 3 hours and 52 seconds, kind of like this, session of the Shakedown right now, making it the longest game ever played. 2014, the first working human intestine is generated from stem cells in a U.S. lab. Contrary to rumors, it was not Sue's lab. The 2018 deal here is the reboot film Halloween. Jamie Curtis makes a record 77 million and becomes the biggest debut any film with female lead over 55 years of age. What accolades, eh? So October 19th is National Seafood Biscuit Day, National Kentucky Day, National LGBT Day, or Center Awareness Day, National LGBT Center Awareness Day. Let's see here. Let's click on it. See if can't miss anything today. I want to do a complete job with Sue's absence. But lucky you guys, it looks like it's October 18th. Yep, looks like we got that. And I know you guys are liking what I'm doing so much that you want me to go to nationaltoday.com. Holidays, National New Friends Day. Evaluate Your Life Day. Sunday School Teacher Appreciation Day. World Humanitarian Action Day. World Pediatric Bone and Joint Day. World Toy Camera Day. Oh my gosh, we have October 19th birthday. Our Zalia Candace, Instagram star there. Candace Poole, jewelry designer. Carrie Roblox, YouTube star. Dorinda Clark Cole, Evander Holyfield, we got. Happy birthday, Calvin, rapper. Jian Hee Jin, pop singer. Lil Durk, rapper. Mohammed Tariq, YouTube star. Peter Tosh, reggae singer. He's probably a singer too, but reggae singing is what they have here. Sam Potterf, YouTube star. Oh my gosh. They don't have enough for us. Doug, what did you bring today? What are we celebrating from your world, Doug, today?
I got nothing.
You got
I picked up groceries this morning.
All right. Happy
It was a lot of fun.
Doug picked up grocery day. All right. Well, with that, we're going to shut off the live, and now we get to see how much I can drag on taking a picture. This is our National
Already
Drag On
gave
Day.
up.
Mo came up a half hour ago.
There you go. We made this half-hour session into 40 minutes. I love it. You guys are so great.